Welcome back to Cooking with Jan. We're on tour here in sunny Florida in this beautiful guest house with this extremely well-appointed kitchen. And as you can see, I dressed for the occasion, or maybe not. I'm borrowing this winter apron with a snowman, which here in sunny Florida would melt immediately. Since we're in southern USA on this excellent vacation, I thought I might do a staple of Southern cuisine. We're going to bake some buttermilk biscuits. They're extremely easy to do. They're just a cinch. So without further ado, let's jump into it. And I have to say that I spent several years perfecting the biscuits. And the game changer is this food processor, this mini food processor. This one is from Braun. I have the same one in Germany, and it turns out that here in Florida, in this extremely well-appointed kitchen, they had the same. This is the game changer, because in order to do buttermilk biscuits or scones, which I will do in another episode, you have to get the butter, which has to be very cold, ice cold, not frozen, but ice cold here in the bowl. You have to get it like pebbles. So one method, of course, is to, in your bowl, is to combine the butter with flour and do it with the hand. It takes a lot of time, and you get okay results, but with the food processor, by pulsing it, as you'll see just in a second here, you get the best results. So let's start with 115 grams. Just put it in here, put the egg to the side. 115 grams of chilled butter. Just put it in there. I've cut it up into small cubes. I have 220 grams of flour. The butter's in here. And I'm going to mix into the flour. This is for the lift. This is your fuel, if you will. 1 teaspoon of baking powder, a little bit less than a teaspoon of baking soda, and about 2/3 salt that you mix in with your flour. Just like this. Also put in a tablespoon of sugar to get that nice balance between salt and sugar. Here you want to go with a little bit more sugar than salt. And then we put everything together, and now we're going to pulse it. Okay. So that was for about 30 seconds, tops. And as you will see, use a big bowl. Your butter will be very, very well blended with the flour. Do this first. Perfect. See that? Like magic. Okay, the last step is to just put in your wet ingredients. That'll be 1 egg. Some recipes do not call for an egg, but I find that it binds things very well. So get that in there. It's 1 egg. And here I have 120 milliliters of buttermilk, or almost 2/3 cups of buttermilk. That's for 220 grams of flour. That goes in there. Now you can just mix this with your hand immediately if you want to. If you want to get your hands full of flour and batter. But I just mix it a bit first. I'm just going to use my hands now just to make a glob. The key is that you don't want to overmix this batter. Just a little bit of flour. I usually use a little bit of flour to the side to always just, because you'll see when I prepare the dough that you have to always put a little more flour in so you can work it. But it's a lot easier to work this dough than, say, dough for Neapolitan pizza, which I have struggled with in the past. Have some batter on your fingers, but that doesn't matter because, as you can see, it's already coming together. See, you just put a little bit of flour on your batter so that you can control it. That's the idea. See that? How that now works? It doesn't stick anymore, but you do have to always follow up. I sometimes do this as well. The other thing that is necessary is that you have to fold the batter over like this once, pat it down, fold it over again, pat it down, turn it over, and you can fold this several times. They say you should do it 8 times. It doesn't really matter. The idea is that you want to get in layers into your biscuits. Coffee cup, because it's nice and wide. So I do 1, And then, of course, because of the air, sometimes you can flour the edge. That should work better. And then you take off your dough, like so. Put your dough here on it. Now, I bought parchment paper, actually, at the supermarket. Well, here, see, this one, sometimes they stick, so you have to use flour to lift them. But just buttering this kind of pan works well, too. You should get about 6 or 7 biscuits from this, although mine are going to be a little bit larger, so I think we're only going to get about 6. Number 1. Looks very nice. Oh. To lift it, this is number 5, and this will be number 6. I'm not the best baker, nor in terms of shaping them, but the important thing is that they all turn out just fine. This step, I think, is mandatory, but it also could be optional. I mean, our oven is fired up. We'll get into that in a second. But I'm going to put these biscuits in the freezer. You can put them in the freezer for up to 10 minutes before you bake them. That will, I think, I've been told, provide even more lift on your biscuits. But at any rate, these biscuits can go in the oven immediately because the butter is probably still cold enough. But just to be safe, I'm going to put these in the freezer for up to 10 minutes, maybe a little bit less. Okay, I had my biscuits in the freezer, deep freeze, for about 7 minutes, just to ensure that when they go into the oven, the butter is shocked. So let's put it in the oven. Just please come with me. My oven's fired up to 220 degrees, the bake function, not the convection setting, and that's 430 degrees Fahrenheit. I've done the calculation. So this is going to go in here now for about 15 minutes. After 12, 13 minutes, they might be done. It all depends upon your oven. Okay, it's been about 13 minutes, and as I said, let's have a look and see how our, oh yes, oh, they're ready to come out. See, every oven is different, and these are done already in 13 minutes. Look at those babies. Beautiful. Butter is melted on these beautiful biscuits. Put on some honey. That's the way I like them. Just give it a try. Spread it around a little bit. Let's give it a try here. Ooh, a little bit crumbly. I have to be a little careful. Excellent. Just a tip. Make sure your buttermilk biscuits, they're very warm right now. Give them some time to cool off, and you'll love them. If you like what you saw, please give me a thumbs up here on Cooking with Jan. We are a community now of 160 subscribers. I'm extremely proud of what we've done. It's just been great. Ich danke auch meinen deutschsprachigen Zuschauern besonders für die Loyalität, für das Zuschauen, für das Interesse. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And as Jacques Pepin says, happy baking. And I'm going to go out to the pool.